And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's McCoby. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Turns it loose. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Takes it inside the 25, chance for great field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. 29-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's McCoby. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Uncorks one to the middle. He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
What a throw on 1st down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll pull it down. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? You're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end. But he He wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They were getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Sprinting away. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Though the O-lineman got a little too far downfield, it wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're throwing this ball to the running back out in the flat. That's essentially an extension of a sweep play, right? But the defender there to bring him down for a gain of no yards.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. The sure hands, it's Lane. There he goes! He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
The Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Lemon. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone saying I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes,